All the world's a stage, wrote Shakespeare, and all the men and women merely players. Nowhere is this more vivid than on a football pitch. While fans see formations and footwork, the true contest often plays out in the shadows, in the mind. Today, we unveil the surprising strategy behind winning football matches: psychological warfare. And here is why. Beyond tactics and technique lies an invisible battlefield, where belief is weaponized, doubt is sown, and emotion dictates destiny. This is the untold story behind victory, where triumph is not just won with the feet, but forged in the furnace of the mind. And as we peel back the layers of iconic games and legendary minds, we find that the real war is not fought on the wings, but between the ears. Football is called a game of passion, but it is equally one of perception. Long before the whistle blows, the battle begins in the psyche. A single press conference jab or subtle media whisper can tilt the field. These aren't offhand remarks. They're mind games. Ferguson, Mourinho, and Guardiola, not merely managers, but modern Machiavellis. Sir Alex Ferguson, the architect of empires, used words like scalpels, questioning referees days before the match, praising an opponent in tones so sweet it curdled with hidden spite. Mourinho, by contrast, was the Shakespearean villain you couldn't take your eyes off. At Chelsea, Inter, and Madrid, he dominated rooms before dominating matches. He would draw fire to himself, shielding his players, or plant subtle doubts in the opponent's preparation. Pep? Pep plays the philosopher, a chess master who confuses by clarity. Praise from him sounds like prophecy, but you're never sure if it's a trap. Let us not forget Marcelo Bielsa and Carlo Ancelotti, the quiet professors. Their Spygate scandal raised eyebrows, but their logic was sharp. Knowledge is power. Even if it meant peering over a fence, every bit of psychological edge mattered to them. Each uses the press like a playwright uses monologues, to set scenes, to shape moods, and to control momentum before a single pass is played. But the mind games don't end with the managers. On the field, the players are actors too, stepping into roles crafted by belief. Some swagger like kings: Zlatan, Ronaldo. They don't just arrive, they announce. Their body language speaks volumes before their boots do. Cristiano, chest high, eyes forward, a walking declaration of dominance. Zlatan, with his mythos, convinces not only others but also himself that the script already ends in his glory. And often, it does.
Take Sergio Ramos, the master of controlled chaos. A yellow card here, a whisper there, always towing the line, disrupting rhythm, and altering the script just enough to place doubt in the hearts of the opposition. An example can be seen in what he did to Mohamed Salah in the Champions League final, 2018. Penalty shootouts are theater distilled. The run-up, the stare, the delay. It's not a test of technique, it's a contest of composure. You remember Baggio in '94, Rashford's hesitation, or Martinez with Argentina, psyching out the Dutch. It's all part of the same ancient game. Unsettle, unnerve, unseat. Fate is often sealed by the belief one carries. A young player tries an outrageous flick in the opening minutes and pulls it off. That moment isn't just a highlight, it's a signal. We're here. We believe momentum, the ghost in the machine. 1 second you're leading, the next you're unraveling. It's not seen on stat sheets, but you feel it. A goal just before halftime, a dagger. It breaks rhythm. It resets belief. They call it a psychological goal because its damage is not on the scoreboard, but in the soul. Liverpool, 2019. The Anfield miracle. Down 3-0 to Barcelona. Their tactics were precise, yes, but it was belief that carried them. Klopp, not easily impressed, called it a match won by mentality. Every touch, every roar, and every sprint pushed Barca deeper into disbelief. And then corner taken quickly. Origi scores, and it felt inevitable, like watching a prophecy fulfilled. Tottenham followed the very next night. Lucas Moura in Amsterdam, a tie sealed in despair, until hope clawed its way back. One side rose with every second, the other froze. Ajax, the artist, undone not by tactics, but by tremors. And we must look at comebacks beyond the pitch. The psychology of the fans, their songs, chants, and banners, creates a psychological cocoon. Dortmund's Yellow Wall, Napoli's San Paolo under the floodlights. The 12th man is real, the underdog, football's favorite character, because we know in our bones that belief can bend fate. Greece, 2004. Leicester, 2016. These weren't teams of titans, they were believers. When the favorites stumble, it's rarely technical. It's psychological. Expectation becomes a chain. Doubt sneaks in, and suddenly, the ball feels heavier. The pass longer. Meanwhile, the underdog plays as if enchanted, as if destiny itself wrote them into the script. Iceland in Euro 2016, defeating England. Cameroon in 1990 was the first African country to make it to the quarterfinals, defeating defending champions Argentina 1-0 in the group stage game. Senegal in 2002, Ghana in 2010, and Morocco in 2022. Even the U.S. women's team in their golden years, champions not just through skill, but through sheer force of identity and belief. A misstep from the mighty becomes prophecy. A tackle from the unheralded becomes legend, and a single goal becomes a storm. In the climax of every match, truth is laid bare. Football is emotion, yes, but it is more mind than muscle. Top clubs now employ psychologists. Coaches analyze cortisol levels and monitor body language. And captains? They don't just shout instructions. They summon courage. Once more unto the breach, they might not say, but they believe it. The tunnel is no longer a hallway. It's a stage, and only those who believe they belong emerge triumphant. This is why you hear of players hiring mental coaches, meditating before matches, or using visualization to relive past glories. Because confidence isn't coincidence, it's crafted. So next time you watch a match, watch the eyes, watch the posture, the smirk at the press conference, the silence before the penalty. Listen to the crowd shift. Witness the story behind the story. This is football's hidden script, a strategy not drawn on chalkboards, but carved into minds. Think of Chiellini pulling Saka by the collar in the Euro 2020 final. Not just a foul, but a message. Or Zidane's headbutt, a moment of emotional implosion, unraveling years of control. If you believe this tale, subscribe. If you've seen a match won not by brilliance, but by belief, drop it in the comments. Because football, dear friends, is not just played, it is willed. The final whistle may signal the end, but the echoes live on. The mind remembers. The story continues. Until next time, stay wise, stay passionate, and remember, in football, as in life, the mind scores first.